In this simple home, an old man, worn by the years and now gripped by illness, faces the twilight of his life. He calls to his son, who has just returned from a day's journey. "My son, the end of my path nears, and I leave you but 3 treasures, my falcon, my cat, and my greyhound. Use them well, and you'll never know hunger." As the last breath fades, the son is draped in sorrow, but in time, he rises, a resolve kindled in his heart to honor his father's parting wisdom. Under the tree where knowledge flourishes, Goso the teacher prepares to enlighten minds for another day. But fate, ever unpredictable, has other plans. Pa, the gazelle, stealthily and unknowingly of the tragedy she'll cause, reaches for the fruit. A fall, a strike, a life extinguished. The calabash, an innocent tool in destiny's hand, claims Goso's life. Heartache turns to resolve as the students lay Goso to rest and vow to find the culprit. Their eyes turn to the south wind, whom they hold responsible. So they caught the south wind and beat it. The wind, though mighty, deflects blame. "Here, I am Kosi, the south wind. Why are you beating me? What have I done?" And they said, "Yes, so we know you are Kosi. It was you who threw down the calabash that struck our teacher Goso. You should not have done that." But Kosi said, "If I were so powerful, would I be stopped by a mud wall?" The students, united by sorrow and a thirst for justice, confronts Kiyambaza, the mud wall they believe to be an accomplice in their teacher's demise. "Here I am, Kiyambaza, the mud wall. Why are you beating me? What have I done?" And they said, "Yes, so we know you are Kiyambaza. It was you who stopped Kosi the south wind, and Kosi the south wind threw down the calabash that struck our teacher Goso. You should not have done that." But Kiyambaza said, "If I were that powerful, would I be bored through by the rat?" The circle of blame spins on. The students, swift with resolute, corner Panya the rat, demanding retribution for the chain of events triggered by its burrowing. "I am but a creature of habit and hunger. If I wielded such force, would I fall prey to Paka the cat?" With each step, the truth seems more elusive. The students now face Paka with accusations heavy on their tongues. But the cat cried, "Here I am, Paka, the cat. Why do you beat me? What have I done?" "Yes, so we know that you are Paka. It is you that eats Panya, the rat, who bores through Kiyambaza, the mud wall, which stopped Kosi, the south wind, and Kosi, the south wind, threw down the calabash that struck our teacher Goso. You should not have done it." But Paka said, "If I were that powerful, would I be tied by a rope?" The rope, Kamba, feels the weight of the student's wrath, but it too denies its role in the tragic event. "I am but a simple tool, used and cut as needed. Would a powerful being such as you claim me to fear the slice of Kiso the knife? What began as a quest for vengeance now becomes a journey for understanding. Can blame be assigned when the world is a web of cause and effect?" The students of Goso stand amidst a chain of blame, where each link shifts responsibility to the next. But justice demands an answer, and they press on. Kiso the knife faces the students' favor. Its defense, a claim to its own vulnerability, fear of the all-consuming flames of Moto the fire. The fire Moto roars in defense, declaring its strength not absolute, for it too succumbs to the smothering embrace of Magi the water. Here I am, Moto the fire. Why do you beat me? What have I done? And they said, Yes, so we know you are Moto. You burn Kiso the knife that cuts Kamba the rope. It is you that ties Paka the cat, who eats Panya the rat, who bores through Kiyambaza the mud wall, which stopped Kosi the south wind, and Kosi the south wind threw down the calabash that struck our teacher Goso. You should not have done it. But Kamba said, If I were that powerful, would I be put out by water? Magi the water greets them with a ripple. Its plea is simple truth. It can be assumed by Ngombe the ox, and thus cannot be the ultimate wielder of power. Ngombe, the patient ox, turns to the students, questioning their quest, pointing to Enzi the fly as its tormentor and thus the stronger being. Enzi the fly flits in the air, a buzz of innocence. Its words lead the students to the true source, to Pa the gazelle, whose actions unknowingly set this all in motion. The gazelle Pa stands amidst the circle of accusers, its eyes wide with the realization of the tragedy it has unknowingly caused. In Pa's silence lies admission, an accidental misstep with grave consequences. Justice, the students decide, must be served. Yes, so we know you are Pa. You ate Enzi the fly that torments Ngombe the ox, who drinks Magi the water that puts out Moto the fire that burns Kiso the knife that cuts Kamba the rope. It is you that ties Paka the cat, who eats Panya the rat, who bores through Kiyambaza the mud wall, which stopped Kosi the south wind, and Kosi the south wind threw down the calabash that struck our teacher Goso. You should not have done it. So they slayed Pa the gazelle, and they avenged the death of their teacher. As the dust settles, the students ponder the tangled web of fate. Each actor played a part, yet none acted with malice. Was justice served, or was it merely the unfolding of nature's impartial law? Thus closes the tale of Goso the teacher and his students' quest for retribution. A story that reminds us that in the great circle of life, each thread is woven tightly with another, and each action, however small, can ripple through the fabric of our world.